Greetings to everyone in a fitting manner. In this video, I will continue sharing the process of creating our smart irrigation system. I don't want to waste your time with talking too much. This video will mostly be time-lapse as well. So let's drill in. The worst part not having a specification with my project is that newer and newer stuff came up. This is just happened here, since we just casually discussed the system with my wife and it hit me. I completely forgot about the front yard. Because of that, I had to choose. Do it now, quick and dirty, or I will skip this step for the future. Since I didn't want to dig the same trench twice, I decided that I will do it now, but of course the pipes from the well was already glued in. I made the decision that I will drill a new hole for the front yard, and this is the drilling process of that. At this point, I realized that my old drill cannot do the job since it started to get really hot and stinky. It was the time to put those old drills away. Luckily, I asked my neighbor to borrow me a drill and he pulled out the #1! First, I was afraid a bit since my old drill did not have any safety mechanism, so if the drill stuck, it can break your wrist. I was aware that this drill has such a safety built in, but until I can feel it for a few times I was afraid as hell, and the cables were not helping me either.
Okay, so it's time to have some recap. Actually, this vent is the cooling to the server room. I will switch them off, maybe with this switch, because I can switch back remotely. So there are a lot of pipes came in. The first one was this one, these two actually. This one came from the well itself. This one will be the water level meters UTP cable. The upper one is the one which will eventually help us watering the front yard. And here, with this mess, these are two pipes. This is my, let's say, creation. There are two pipes, as I mentioned. A 40mm one is the outer and the 25mm one is the inner. The outer will be which gets water from the IBC tanks, the water tanks, and this one will be the one where I will pump more water from the well with the pump to the IBC tanks. Mm. Smile. Mm-hmm. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can support my projects on Patreon, or you can buy me a coffee or some new ESP32s. And as always, let's keep the smoke inside. Bye bye!